welcome once again to Design Your Dream Year, Day 3. Today is the final day of this program, this beautiful transmission, an invitation to travel into 2026 with consciousness, with gratitude, and with huge, huge, huge dreams
Okay.
for the future. Wonderful. Come in, come in, come in. Mhm. As always, you are very welcome to stay without the camera. You can stay with camera on or off as it's entirely up to you. Just please unmute yourselves if it's possible. All right. In the past 10 plus years, being in this personal development world, I learned quite a few things. And there are some things that I wish I could learn earlier. I could learn faster. And one of these things is this realization that so many women, they come into personal development world and they think that in one night or after one program or after one transmission, they're gonna become their dreamiest, highest, best version of themselves, the most authentic selves, or they're gonna create their dream life just like that, like snap the fingers and here I am. This is a huge illusion which can be so overwhelming. And very often, so many women resist this deep, dedicated personal development because they feel that this version of themselves that they desire to be, or this dream year that they desire to create, is just too vast, is too big. And it kind of becomes overwhelming to think that I need to create her. I need to become her. So then they decide to stop and not to do this personal development. What the realization that I received not that long time ago, and I wished, as I said at the beginning, I would have this transmission much earlier in my embodiment journey, is that the person I become creates the person I become. It might sound a little bit confusing right now. We're going to unwrap this in today's class. The person I become creates the person I become. This is the concept that makes your becoming, your embodiment journey, or your dream year creation much more simple, much more grounded, and in my opinion, much more effective. So instead of chasing this big, bold version of ourselves and trying to create her with these quantum jumps, like here and now, just like that, or your dream life, just like that, we doing something what it's called 1% progress. So each day we're focusing on becoming better and better version of ourselves. So I will give you one example. Some months ago, I've been invited by one Lithuanian lifestyle television crew to give interview about my life. And they asked me to tell my story from beginning, almost from school, university, and then my crazy traveling years, how Solo Blondie traveled to Asia and Morocco and created her yoga and retreat business and how all these ups and downs. And what I figure out that every single decision, big bold decision that I took led me to another decision. Every place that I chose consciously to go led me to the certain people that I met and the different places and different opportunities and expansion, right? So exactly the same happens when we're starting to design our dream year. Every day gonna lead you to tomorrow. And what kind of tomorrow? It depends what you've done today, right? So the person you become today creates the person that you become tomorrow. This is the mantra of this year for me, and I hope that is going to become your mantra too. We're going to dive into this a little bit later. Now, another piece of the puzzle that is so, so important when we're designing our dream year, when we're focusing on the future, when we're focusing on our becoming, is understanding that all the women who create extraordinary things, who create extraordinary versions of themselves, they have some things in common. And one of these things is the acceptance of one emotion which very often is so triggering, so frustrating, and we want to do everything not to feel this emotion. This emotion is grief. Grief is feminine superpower, one of the 7 feminine superpowers. And very often we don't want to feel grief. Of course, we don't want to feel rage. We also don't want to feel sadness, but grief, it's so long and sticky and vast and depressive, right? So they have this one thing in common, this extraordinary women who create extraordinary things and lifestyles. They accept that there will be moments when they're going to feel grief or other heavy emotions. You see, when we doing this transmission from one year to another, just as we do right now, we're moving from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. And very often I see so many people, what they're doing right now, the only thing they're talking is about New Year's resolutions, New Year's intentions. This year gonna be for me amazing because I am Taurus or Aquarius, and this year gonna be rubbish because I'm this, and that. So all focus is on the what's becoming, what's exciting, what's, fresh and new, right? I even see people now already talking about 2028 because, 27, 2 years from now, because lots of even more intense things going to happen then. And I really, really want to bring you one more time to 2025. I want you to bring you one more time to this might be a little bit uncomfortable place to be, because it's gone, I forget it. No, it's not gone yet. The new year, in my opinion, are going to happen once again around the 17th of February, because if we would go all the way back in time before Christianity, before Gregorian calendar, the way this calendar right now has been created to collect taxes in an easier way, more easy way, right? But before that, we had 13 months. And before that, the new year would start in spring. So it would start in the middle of February. Sometimes it would even start in the middle of March. And this is exactly what's still happening in some in the East culture, right? So we are still in 2025, so happy fake New Year. But it's always good to celebrate. I love celebrations. So all is good if you celebrated, and I hope you had a good New Year's Eve. So I want to bring you back to 2025 and really marinate for a few more minutes there, because a powerful closure equals powerful beginning. Okay. And I want you to not be afraid of heaviness that this year brought, not to be afraid to face the reality of this year, the harsh lessons, the realizations, the your failure perhaps. Like, because you need to feel, my love. You need to learn how to feel and not to avoid what is uncomfortable. In my previous video, a previous transmission, I shared with you that we live in the world of duality. The more you open your heart to uncomfortable feelings, the more you're going to open your heart for these beautiful feelings that you want to manifest in 2026. You cannot shut your heart for this and fully open your heart for that. It works in duality. It needs to be balanced, right? So we really, really need to learn how to own the year, how to really say, okay, this is where I failed. This went amazing. This is the harsh lesson. This is my 25 most amazing moments. You owning it. Once you're really, really owning the year, instead of running away or speeding up the process, then you can really, really create a solid foundation for your becoming, for designing your next year. We can, again, I'm repeating this phrase that I like, that you cannot water the sand and expect that rose is going to grow. You cannot start just from nowhere setting intention for 2026 and expect that you're going to have fabulous year if you're not looking back to the lessons and all the realizations and failures that you faced in 2025. So acceptance of feelings, of emotions connected to the year is very important. Now, going deeper into the feeling of grief, this feminine superpower, when we manifesting our dream year or our becoming, our embodiment, right? Something interesting happens at one point. Sometimes it happens after a couple of days of doing the work, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. Is this feeling of grief that shit, I could do it like years before. I could do this work 5 years ago. How my life would look right now. If I would be making this amount of money when I was in 20s, I would live like in a mansion now. If I would knew how to be in my feminine energy, I would be already married and with the kids, or I would avoid the divorce, or I would avoid this terrible mistakes, the drama that you created in your life. So when we start manifesting, embodying, and living our dreamiest life and being the dreamiest version of ourselves, eventually the grief will come. The grief that you haven't done it earlier, because now you're doing the action and now you're taking responsibility and you're seeing clearly that shit, I could do it earlier, you know? And what happens that very often this is where we freak out, we freeze, and we stop our evolution because it feels really, really overwhelming to accept this fact. And of course, it gets more uncomfortable. We're going more out of our comfort zone. We're starting to feel these emotions that we haven't felt, like grief, because normally we're suppressing grief women big time. And it becomes just too overwhelming for our nervous system. And we're coming back to the old version of ourselves, to what feels comfortable. We enjoying the breadcrumbs once again because it feels safe in our body, safe in our nervous system, right? If we would talk a little bit more about the change, evolution, because becoming the highest version of yourself and nervous system, when we're changing, what happens in our nervous system is that the nervous system gets so activated that it starts to feel a lot. The more you postpone your change, the change in your habits, your lifestyle change, right? The more you postpone, the more you push away tomorrow, next month, next year, the more activating the change will become for your nervous system, the more overwhelming, the harder to do, right? But if you will choose to change yourself eventually day by day, so do this like very constant change, the more regulating it's gonna become for your nervous system, and the easier it will be to bring movement into your practice, clean eating, morning prayer, evening gratitude. Yeah, it will be easier and easier. So yeah, we need to understand this when we designing our dream year. Yeah, grief, emotion, gonna be here, and open your heart to feel it all. Okay. Now, another big piece of the puzzle when we're designing our dream year, when we're becoming her, is it's really important to add a feeling of nostalgia or feeling in general. So this is the reason why I asked you to think about these 25 moments, the highlights of 2025 in the previous video, that can because these highlights can really bring feeling into this designing adventure that we embark, that we join together, right? So it's really important to bring emotion, to bring feeling. And when we live the life with feminine energetics, from the feminine energy, very often feeling, emotion, sensation, it's much more important than plan, than the structure or the action. When I teach women all the Instagram skills and branding, I always say how you want people to feel when they come to your Instagram, to your feed. Do you want them to feel relaxed, empowered, activated, right? So feeling is something that you will never forget. You're gonna forget also what I said at some point in this masterclass, but you're never gonna forget how I made you feel, if I will make you feel in some way. So feeling is very, very important, feeling and nostalgia. So, yeah, again, owning the feelings, owning the emotions. Um, okay, let's move on. Mm. I want you now to think about one person in your life, very close person, very, very close person, who you feel that really, really would need to start working on personal development, to finish some things, to get rid of certain habits, to improve their lifestyle, that they really, 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 really need. It would benefit so much from personal development. Maybe it's your uncle, your brother, your sister, your mother, your best friend, your child. And when you think about this one person, and when you try to imagine the transformation they're becoming, do you think that this person going to change just like that? Like in one, you meet them next morning and you see them completely transformed, completely changed. I truly believe that it's almost impossible. Instead, what needs to happen in order for them to become their highest version of themselves or to improve themselves, improve their lives, everything will start with the feeling. First of all, let's say your mother, right? Your mother needs to come face to face with the feeling embarrassment, depression, sadness, grief, crazy anger. It has to be a certain feeling that they face. They really open their heart to this feeling. And after they felt this feeling, they said, okay, fuck it. It's enough. I don't want this anymore. Yeah. This is the second step, the decision. So the feeling is very important. The decision is also important. And then they will try one thing, they will try another day the same thing. They're gonna fail. It's gonna get harder. The nervous system will ask you to come back to what is safe, the ego, right? What is comfortable, what is familiar. But they're gonna do it again and again and again. And they will face bigger feelings, the bad stuff and the good stuff will expand. Everything will rise and expand. And then eventually you will see they do it. She's doing it. She is doing it. Like she proved me over and over again, day by day, month by month, that she's committed. She's really here for the change. She changed. So you see, the change, the becoming is not like that. It's not a quantum gem. There is a feeling. So you need to feel right now the feeling of 2025. What was the main feeling? And perhaps this very yicky feeling that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable and not so proud. And you say, you know what? Decision is happening now. And this is decision. Very often people think, I'm gonna have the best year ever. I'm gonna be the best version of myself. Woohoo, new year, new me. This doesn't work. You know what works? The things changing now. I'm becoming her. This is it. Simple. No fireworks, no champagne, just the pure intentional decision. Enough. I'm changing now. And I'm sure that you had this kind of decisions in your life at least one time. I remember when my, beginning of my feminine embodiment journey started in Thailand with a decision. When I was laying in one bar on the floor, bleeding, I had terrible menstrual pain, terrible pain, sweating, diarrhea, everything, to want to throw up, shaking, and I said to myself, looking at the ceiling spinning around, the ventilator, this is it. I need to heal it now. I'm fucking going to heal it. I'm going to heal my pain. And this the same day, I downloaded so many books about the womb healing, about the homeopathy, right? And this is how my journey started. And there were more decisions like this that you just know this is it. It's happening now. So if you want to really, really become her, to embody your most authentic version of you, can call it the queen, the highest version of yourself, so many names. You need to feel the decision that fuck it, it's enough. I want to be her. I want to I want to go on that adventure and see what's waiting for me. Okay, so decision is very, very important. Um, Another thing in designing your dream year and in your own becoming that it's so, so important is being being open to seek discomfort. There's actually a very, very nice YouTube channel called Seek Discomfort, and I absolutely loved watching this channel with Michael in the evenings. It's really all about traveling in an uncomfortable way and meeting people and doing uncomfortable things, which really expands and opens the heart. And I see that we really learn how to live very comfortable with choosing what is safe, with choosing what is familiar, right? Safety. And also in feminine embodiment world, I see lots of mentors teaching, do what feels good, do what feels pleasurable, follow your bliss. So it seems like this feminine embodiment, it's all about what just feels so, so good and comfortable, right? It can help, of course, it can work for certain things, but if you really, really want to evolve in 2026, you need to open yourself for discomfort. Um, you remember yourself when you was a little girl. Go to bed. But I don't want. Go to bed because tomorrow you need to wake up early. Okay. Eat your broccoli. But I don't want. Eat your broccoli. It's good for you. Okay. Finish your homework. I'm tired. I don't want. Finish your homework because you need to get a good mark. Okay. And eventually we would do all these things that doesn't feel good. It feels, oh, boring, annoying, right? But you know that they are good for you, right? So we also need to be grown up women and understand what we were doing in 2025, that it felt good, it felt right, but deep inside we know that it wasn't a thing. So maybe I had actually a very good thing about my own business, and I was thinking, okay, I've done this, and that. Okay, it grew to a certain level, and but there's one thing that I was avoiding, and it was paid ads. And I thought, oh, it's not organic. It's another investment. I don't know if it's gonna work. I need to find the right person. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Neverland. Tomorrow never gonna come. I knew inside my gut and my womb that I have to do that. So I want you to think right now, what does this thing in your business, in your relationship, in your health wellness journey that you know that you should do, that it's the time now, but you like, you see, I schedule it for tomorrow. It's not gonna be today, but it's tomorrow. I promise I'm gonna do. It's written here, right? So face it, face the uncomfort, and make sure that in 2026, you becoming a woman, not a little girl that seeks comfort. You becoming a woman that actually does the things that feels uncomfortable, but it's really, really good for you. Okay? So write this down, seek discomfort. And also, it's very connected to the same thing. Finish the tasks. Finish what's unfinished. So even remember the previous videos. I asked you to write 25 best memories from 2025. Yeah? Write them down if you haven't done it yet. I also ask you if your 2025 would be a movie or no, if it would be a book, what would be the name of this chapter, 2025? Yeah. So I ask you quite a few very deep, very grounding, very like I own it. I own the year kind of question. So go back to these two videos, answer these questions, like really do it properly. Don't wait for, I'm gonna watch this program one time, two times, and then I'm gonna do everything. The action needs to be taken now, right now, in order for you to manifest your dream year, to become her. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is Neverland. Okay? Um, Yeah, and also about this action that needs to be taken now. So we live, in the quantum universe, there is past, present, and future, right? So we really pay respect for the past when we're manifesting, when we're becoming, when we're embodying, we paying respect for the for the past version of ourselves, the little girl or the woman that did all these mistakes. We're not judging, we're not running away from all these things, we're not brushing the stuff under the carpet and pretending that all of these wounds and all of these things didn't happen. No, we're facing it and we're respecting the year, that version of ourselves, right? Also, we're taking care of the future big time. We're planning, we're organizing, we're scheduling. This is our more like a masculine energetics that comes, right? So we're taking care of the future, of course. We're not just going no without knowing where, right? But the action we're doing now, the action we're doing today, always today, so today you are here, you answering the questions, you're contemplating, you're thinking, you're fully present, yeah? You're doing the action today. And then tomorrow you will do the same. You respect yesterday, you do the stuff today, right? And you taking care of the future, you're becoming. So today, right now, it's the power of now. It's a very, very important place where magic starts to happen. Um, I really want you to learn how to own today and how to own your power. We sometimes I feel that we are like teenagers in the wild. We have so much power. We have the feminine superpowers and the archetypes alive in us, our intuition and secret sexuality and possibility to manifest. And we're using so little of our powers. We're using so little. We're just staying comfortable without really going out of our comfort zone, without really using the tools, mastering these tools that we have. And it's sometimes a very sad realization how lost we are and um, how little we can embody without having some support by the side or the right books or the right knowledge or really trusting our gut, trusting our intuition. So I really want you to get your power back and really trust the power of you and the power of today. Okay. For example, I remember I had a wonderful, wonderful client. Let's call her Jessica. I always call my client Jessica when I don't want to tell her name. And when she came to work with me one-on-one, it happened 1 year and a little bit ago. She was in the very, very first stage of opening her beauty studio. And the reality was like this. She faced the reality. She said, I want to work with you, but the reality is like this. Your program costs 3,500 euros one-on-one mentorship. And it's crazy money right now because I'm opening the business and I need to invest so much. But then she said, but okay, if I divide this per month and then you can offer me this little discount and then, okay, I need to pay for you like this, like this, like this, and this, then it's quite doable. I said, well, yeah, it is. You just said so. And then she took this decision to invest, to do this thing. And eventually, what she wanted with this program is to help me to create her holistic business plans and to put her business on feet and her Instagram, her branding, her communication, find the clients, and all of these feminine energy infused business things. But because she was just so calm, so peaceful, so grounded, and she would really do the work, do every single homework, do the action, even do more than I asked her. In 6 months' time, she's not only had thriving business, She was going on the dates with the best gentlemen. She was always receiving roses and flowers and invitations to work in a beautiful hotels. And she's traveling the world now, and the financial thriving and love is thriving. Everything is thriving because of these feminine energetics. But what I want to tell you here is because she didn't came to me and said, Aista, make my business work well and help me to get my new husband and help me to be I don't know, super free and independent. She was very, very logical, one step at a time. Okay, I take this crazy decision now. It feels freaking overwhelming, but I'm gonna take this decision, and it has to happen. There is no other way. I don't have more money. It has to happen. And she really committed to the thing. She done the thing every day, every damn day. She would send me the homework. She would send me ideas. She was really engaged into the program. We worked only 3 months together. And this is how she achieved this phenomenal result. So power of today, of now, the little steps that you do with your business, if you put the right destination in GPS and in your relationship, right, it's going to work so much better than trying to manifest this crazy quantum jump, this crazy abundance, this crazy lover. Every day, little steps. It's much more magical. Okay. So this is exactly what I want us to do right now. We're going to start designing our dream year. So I have two exercises for you. One exercise, it's something that I love, love, love personally doing myself on my birthday. My birthday is on the 23rd of January, so just before the, in my opinion, real new year. I love to design my year using all of the stuff that I just told you. So instead of just writing down resolutions or intentions, which in my opinion is quite a masculine way, it's of doing things like one destination and this is it. I want you to design your year month by month, brick by brick, knowing that you're becoming gonna create your becoming. So instead of chasing this big goal that you're gonna have at the end of the year, we're focusing on 1 month at a time. We're focusing on your becoming each month, and then we're going to add on top and on top and on top. And like this, we're going to create your dream year. Now, for example, if I would look back to 2025, January for me, it's always a month of celebration because, as I mentioned, it's my birthday. Then the next day, it's my son Sky's birthday. So we're celebrating a lot, and we're normally going to Morocco. It became our tradition. We're always there in the desert or surfing. And January for me, it's really not about crazy launch campaigns or trying to get clients or closing the deals. It's really about slowing down, enjoying this final stage of the year, setting these intentions, looking back at the year, celebrating the birthday, slowing down, time with the family. Yeah. For me, this is the ambience of January. Now, when I have this like very clear idea of my past year and who I want to become, what I want to manifest, I move this energy to February. So February for me is the month where I'm working on relationship, where I'm working on love. We have Valentine's Day. So February is about temple nights. It's about really committing to a Friday date night. Temple nights, if you don't know, it's something we do with my husband when Kai goes to bed. We just put some nice sheepskin rugs, making cacao, playing nice music, and having some eye gazing, or pulling oracle cards, or offering to each other massage, or we having like very open conversations. Sometimes it leads to intimacy, sometimes not, but it's like a moment really of very, very pure connection. So February for me is really being a lover and not a mother. Now March, now I created all this very clear vision who I want to become in January, right? And now I build up a very, very beautiful, solid relationship in February. So I move these two energies now to March. I continue doing the stuff. I'm continuing visualizing, manifesting my dreamers version, having affirmations, doing affirmations, right? And continuing with the temple nights and date nights. But February is about womanhood for me. 8th of March is also my mom's birthday on the 8th of March. So March is really the month where I'm celebrating women in my community. I always offer something special for Circle of Women community. I do lots of Shakti devotional practices for myself, like really deep embodiment. So it's really very self-love kind of month. And now I have these 3 months that really create a solid foundation. My becoming, my feelings, my relationship with my beloved, relationship with myself. And now April normally is the month where I feel fully charged, ripe, and now I can deliver. So April would be the month where I do my Women's Circle Facilitators training, or where I would launch like a big, I don't know, big master class or something like that. So I am here to offer now. Also because spring is a good time to do like this kind of offerings before the summer. So April is my community, is my business. It's really expanding, growing, right? Now, May again is the month, it's just before summer, so I still want to move with my business thing. So here, normally I would start studying something myself because I feel the spring, like new energy, fresh start. I really feel this urge to study something. So I would really focus on self-development and like really study some new modality, deepen my knowledge on certain topics. I would do a big investment for my business, for myself, for my own becoming. June normal is the month where we starting a little bit slowing down, the island starts getting crazy. So here would be the moment of creation, content creation for the summer. So like preparation for the summer, kind of unplugging from the metrics, from the business a little bit. So really preparing for the summer months. July, it would be the month of really enjoying the island and maybe doing retreat here. So this would be the theme of the month. August is always the month where I allow myself to go fully out of the business, and we normally go to Lithuania and to England, and I will do a very serious work on mother and father wound healing, because I would spend long time with my parents, and lots of things still would come up. So I would really do again the embodiment in a heavy way, and healing, the deep healing, feminine, masculine bloodline healing. And September is the month where I'm really honoring the ancestors, honoring the dark goddess. So this would be the theme. I'm really allowing myself to go into the wild woman archetype and into do maybe some shadow work. So this would be the energetics of this month. October normally is the time my and my mom's relationship and holidays. So we have a little holiday always in October. It became our tradition. Okay, November, Thanksgiving, of course. This is not my culture, but I love this tradition. So, and slowly preparing for Christmas, for again the season when we're slowing down a little bit. And this would be the time where I would start preparing a nice launch for winter months, for January. And December is the time to be with the family, right? So family is the key. Family, creating magical moments for my son, making Christmas as magical as possible, and starting to slow down, really big time slow down and contemplate on the year. So this would be a very quick look to my year. Sometimes it changes and I use different intention connected to each month, but very often it's quite similar feelings, very similar emotion. So the idea of designing your dream year in this way is that you're not going straight to one goal. I'm gonna be sexy, wealthy, and happy this year. How? I don't know, but I'm gonna be like that. You see, so you have your main goal, your main vision, but you're focusing on one brick at a time. So we don't want, because we don't want to overwhelm you. with this highest version, most authentic version of you and your crazy, crazy dream year, a masterpiece. We want to focus 1 month at a time. And that's gonna make things so much easier and so much more powerful. They're gonna work so much more. So I want you to write down months, all these 12 months of 2026. And now I want you to put like a one word, one area of your life where you want to focus the most. And then of course later you can expand this. How you're gonna do that, right? So January, this month. What is this month? Month of study, month of slowing down. This is the month of traveling, perhaps. Maybe this is the month of just contemplating, What is the main feeling, the main emotion, the main focus that you want to connect with this month? And do the same with all 12 months without overthinking this time. I give you a bit of time, but we're doing quite fast. And when you're designing your dream year, I'm also inviting you to think about seasonality. You cannot just design your year and expect that you're gonna launch new things each month and you're gonna travel each month. Well, it's possible, but it's quite intense. Make sure that there are months when you're allowing yourself to slow down and step back from the business, from self-development, perhaps even, right? And then there are more masculine months when you actually feel that, wow, this is actually the months when I have the most of energy, most inspiration coming these months, and I really want to do stuff, to physically do stuff, to create. So honor this, okay? You cannot bloom all year round because you're gonna burn out. Honor these months, honor the seasons, honor your cyclical nature. Okay, so you can continue writing down and feeling into this month, the energetic frequency of the month. And again, I want you to remind you that my becoming was really all about one by month, year by year, becoming who I am today. It wasn't a fast transformation. I'm still on the big, 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 vast journey of becoming her. And every year I'm becoming better and better mother, better lover. I truly believe that I'm even becoming more beautiful and more sensual, more feminine, healing, shedding, releasing, learning, growing. It's not new year, new me, and I'm starting from scratch. It's opposite. And it's the same for you. We're not starting over again. We're starting on top of what we already built. So this year, really the year in coaching industry, especially I know so many women who follow me, who joined this call, you are also in the coaching industry and personal development industry. And the COVID coaches, they are done. They are gone. The COVID coaches, I call the ones that maybe read one or two books or did a little course, and here I am, the coach now. They're not gonna sell, they're not gonna attract people because there's one thing that is missing, and this one thing is embodiment. Embodiment is such a powerful frequency when you're really becoming a true leader, a living, breathing, talking embodiment of your work. And in order to become this version of yourself, in order to become her, the embodied leader, you need to every day do the stuff that is connected to your work, your body of work, right? And so I don't want you to start from scratch. I want you to really become embodiment of this dreamiest version of you, wherever this version of you is, and become a true leader, a true inspiration for your students, for your friends, for your family. Very often we have this deep longing to coach our parents, to teach our parents how to be more conscious, how to be more regulated. But the sad truth is that all of the yogis in India know and tell that we cannot teach, we cannot be a teacher for our parents, because in this way we go into the wrong place in the family constellation, and we're becoming mother for our own mother or mother for our father, and like this we fucking up a relationship and intimacy and number of other things. So we can teach by the example, we can inspire by the example, by really becoming her. And people will start asking them, so you don't need to call DM them. They will come to you. What is your medicine? How you do that? I saw this video, I saw the story. I saw you on the street in the shop. Like, what is the secret sauce? So really my big prayer for you, you can choose whatever word you want for 2026, but I really wish that embodiment would be somewhere there as the word, embodiment of your most authentic self, embodiment of your work. Okay, so that's what I would really wish for you to happen. And in masculine, when we're creating our dream year in a masculine way, we focus on the timelines very much. So like by then I'm gonna become this, by then I'm gonna become this, and then eventually I'm gonna be this. So in this 2026, I really want you to release the timelines, release the numbers that I'm gonna make that much money, or I'm gonna have that big house, or I'm gonna get married then and then. Release the numbers, release the timelines, and allow the goddess, the creator, to do the thing, and allow her to surprise you. Because when we release the timelines, the magic can really happen. When we focus on embodiment of doing the right thing, of opening, cracking out, open our heart for the feelings, comfortable and uncomfortable, because we know the power of duality. Yeah, we're feeling, we're doing the work, we're taking the action now, not postponing for tomorrow, right? And we are open from comfort. We know that self-love is not only roses, butterflies, and rainbows, right? We know that self-love sometimes is doing the stuff that feels hard, feels heavy, but we know that it's good for business, good for relationship, good for our kids. So when we do all this, this is where the quantum stuff happens. This is where the quick, rapid transformations happens in business, in your sexuality, in your libido, in your motherhood, everywhere. So you don't focus on the final version of you. Focus on your 1% becoming every day, okay? Now, the one more offer that I want to give to you is this beautiful meditation, which going to, it's very simple, very quick, but for me, I love it so much because it brings this energetic frequency and connection to the feeling, to the feeling. And we need to feel, we need to learn how to feel in order to manifest. So what I'm going to offer for you to do, you can remain seated. We're going to close our eyes in a moment, and I'm going to guide you through New Year's counting. So, New Year's is 10, 9, 8, 7, da, 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 voila, Happy New Year, and here it is. And sometimes we feel excited, sometimes we feel overwhelmed, and where's my glass of champagne? Oh, my God, the kids are running and I'm late. So lots of feelings can be connected to this Happy New Year phase. So here I want you to ground yourself into these numbers, into the emotions, and in order to bring the frequency of feeling into your designing, into this design of your dream year, right? So we can really finish this masterclass in an embodied way, right? So whenever you are ready, I'm gonna invite you to sit comfortably, to activate your hands, make them nice and hot. Activation of the palms opens the heart. And then see where your hands wants to land, maybe on your chest, maybe on your belly. Personally, I love placing one hand on my spiritual heart at the center of my chest and another hand 3 fingers below my belly button, because this is where our womb rests. And whenever you'll be ready, I will invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth with the sound of letting go, creating the most feminine sound ever, the sound of relaxation. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. 10. I want you to collect all of the moments in your life when you step up for yourself. All of the moments that happen in all of your life when you step up for the weaker one, for your kids, for the animals, for the planet. All of the moments when you found the voice. Can you remember this moment? You found your voice, your power. Gather all of these moments that happen in your lifetime and bring them to 2025 and eventually to 2026. 9. I want you to gather all the love that you gave and the love that you received in your lifetime. Can you feel the moments when you felt the most loved? And when you loved so badly that your heart would open and open to the levels that you never thought it's possible. 8. All of the laughter. Travel through your life and gather all of the laughter, the giggles, the full belly laughs with your bestie, the inner jokes. Bring them to 2025 and eventually 2026. 7. All of the pleasure, all of the bodily pleasure, bliss. Gather everything and bring to 2026. Feel this compound effect. Pleasure on top of pleasure. 6. All of the rest. All those deep relaxing moments. The sleep, the nourishment. Gather all this through the lifetime. Compounding, bringing to 2026. 5. All of the romance, the butterflies, the dinner dates, romantic getaways. Gather all of these memories from your teenager years, your university years, all of the romance, and bring it to 2026. 4. Hope. Remember all of these moments when you felt lost, when you did not know how you can go out of the situation, but you stayed in the goddess zone. You trust God, goddess, creator, the universe, and you have no idea how it happened, but it worked out. Gather the hope, all of the hope that you felt in your lifetime, and bring it to 2026. Bring the hope. 3. Gratitude. Gratitude for the new things, new people, new food, Bring so much gratitude that you felt in your lifetime, year after year after year, to 2025 and then 2026. Feel the gratitude in your body, overtaking your body. 2, the feeling that the best is yet to come. Can you feel this feeling that the best is around the corner, is yet to come? Bring this feeling from all of your life, year by year. The feeling that you know, you can smell it, you can sense it, you intuitively feeling that something amazing is around the corner. It's almost happening. Feel this feeling. Allow it to grow, allow it to expand, allow it to really, really be felt. 1, the feeling of surrender. From being a little girl in the mother's womb, bathing, resting in the sacred, mysterious waters of the feminine, so held, you don't need to worry about nothing. A full surrender to the mother, to the creator, to the unknown. And later in your toddler years, you are fed, you don't need to worry from where the sandwich comes from. Can you allow the surrender, the trust in divine, to expand, to grow, the sacred surrender, dropping the control, just surrendering to the mystery, to the quantum, to the goddess. 0, Happy New Year. Here we are, almost in 2026. Maybe we are already in 2026. But this time, we're not starting from the scratch. We're not starting fresh. We are already filled with hope, with gratitude, with endless love, with joy, with romance, with relaxation. And now this is the year where we're building on top. We're building on top of all of the beautiful stuff that we already gathered through our life, through all of those years that were gifted for us. And 2026 is going to be the year where we're going to create the masterpiece. I would absolutely love being part of your journey in this masterpiece creation, and I would love you to be part of my journey. It's going to be a huge year for me, for you, for us. If you feel like going to the next step with me this year, invitation is here to join Embody Fem, our 6-month feminine embodiment journey where we're going to work together with all of the feminine embodiment tools, archetypes, superpowers, wounds, sexuality, sensuality, manifestation. So this is the only offer that I'm gonna be offering in next year, because some of you know I'm expecting a baby. I'm gonna be a mother of baby girl. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna work very smart, and baby girl and this embody her is my two babies that I'm gonna birth into existence, and that I'm gonna be taking care of with so much love and devotion. It's pre-recorded program, lots of content there, but not overwhelming, because we're gonna have 6 months together, and we're gonna have once per week a group live coaching call. Sometimes I'm gonna be breastfeeding. I'm sure it's okay for you, but you're gonna have my full support, and also support of my husband. First time he's working with the men, with the masculine energy a lot, and he's also professional poker player, so he has 2 worlds, and now we're joining forces again, first time, and birthing this baby into 2 babies into existence. And he's gonna be also supporting you as a sacred masculine, answering questions about the masculine energy within you, the father wound, also sexuality. He's trained in Tantra for 7 years, and relationships. So it's going to be very different offer from what we are used to. You can find more information on my website, circleofwomen.com, Embody Her, and the cherry on the cake. It's crazy, but it is what it is. I felt it in my body, I felt it in my womb. Because it's first round of Embody Her, and most of the girls who are here, most of the girls who join this program, you already in my world. I know you somehow, and the invitation here is to receive Embody Her course with 40% discount if you book until the 10th of January. So until 10th of January with the code EMBODY40, you're going to receive 40% discount, and there are payment plans. You can choose to pay month by month. You'll find all the information, but remember that the price is going to be significantly different than what it is on the website. So if you have any questions, you know how to contact me. I'm happy to offer you more support and guidance and help to figure out if this is the right investment for you. If you feel that this is not for you today, this year, respect your sacred no as much as you respect your sacred yes. Continue with your development, continue growing, embodying the dreamers version of you in a ways that is more relaxing, perhaps for your nervous system. And I'm always by the side. Feel free to message me, to ask me questions. I'm quite responsible on Instagram and my email. So do not hesitate and contact me. As I said, I would love to be part of your journey 2026, and I want you to be part of my journey. So in one way or another, together or not, let's create masterpiece. 2026 is the year of becoming her, the most authentic self. So thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for your open heart and open mind. Thank you for sticking with me. Some of you for years, some of you for months. It's always a pleasure seeing your faces. And thank you, my loves. Thank you. I wish you a beautiful evening, and let's stay connected. I'm really excited to see who you're gonna be at the end of the year. So stay tuned. Much love.